Wait,
Hello,
play it
guys.
again?
Today on the Ranchcast.
We didn't talk about it.
Wait, play that again. I'm recording. That's cool.
Welcome to the Ranchcast. Welcome to the Ranchcast. Welcome to the Ranchcast.
Well, guys,
Today on the Ranchcast, we are featuring a good buddy of ours,
first episode.
Sergio.
You're starting
Hey, what's going on, dude?
What's up, Sergio? Come
What's
on,
going
say
on,
hi.
bro?
Say hi, bro.
Hey, how's that 311 going?
It's alright.
That's good to hear, man. I just bought some extra ranch dressing and some extra marinara on top of that, you know?
Dude. Marinara with the ranch, bro.
Hell yeah.
Fat free ranching?
You know, mixing the marinara, the ranch and the oh fuck,
The merry-go-round.
merry-go-round and Parmesan cheese. But yeah, you know, anyways, we're over here. We're starting our podcast today.
You didn't even tell me, dude.
So we're just talking about how things are crazy.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
is bugged.
Yeah.
We're all bugged. Even this recording is bugged by the FBI.
Yeah.
Even my
Just
asshole's
about
bugged.
it, man. Just about it.
But at the same time, you gotta. There we go.
Yeah. Well, I guess no. On a serious note, today's topic will be.
About the CIA and the Bermuda Triangles. Well, the most craziest thing about that place is like just recently, Amelia Earhart, they've been discovering a new. Just recently.
Just recently, they found Amelia Earhart's.
They found an extra clue after 50 years of trying to find her body and everything.
Yeah.
And like her disappearance. Apparently on the article, I think it was like New York Times. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, I
Or
remember
Wall-
when we talked about this, like, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wait, pull up that picture.
All right.
Pull up that picture.
Amelia
Because,
Earhart.
because it was weird because they found her airplane.
Yeah, it said. All right, so the article.
Somewhere far off where, like, not where the Bermuda Triangle is at.
Yeah, so this article is from the New York Times. The title says, "Finding Amelia Earhart's plane seemed impossible. Then came startling a clue." So.
Startling clue. No, but, yeah, man. Let's see this. Let's see. Let me see here.
The map is on the very bottom
Okay.
because there's a shitload of ads and like it's just crazy. I don't know why there's so much ads.
Shitload of ads.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like
Here,
dumb.
find the map.
Wait.
I scrolled too far down, didn't I?
Let me see. Ah, there we go. There's the map
Cool,
right here.
cool.
So it says here, this is Amelia Earhart's last flight.
You want to see this, Sergio? All right. You want to explain it to us, Dr. Professor David?
Well, in a psychological and physiological and electrical.
And any other logical you can think of.
No, but on a serious note, this is what it says right here. Her body was found in Bermuda Triangle. But the thing is, in 1937, May 20th, she was in, I believe it says, Oakland, California. She was flying from there. But the craziest thing is she landed in New Guinea, and then her plane went to Honolulu, and it just went all over the place. So it was like the most confusing thing, because it was all over the place, right?
Yeah, this map
Like
has a
she
line
was
across
nowhere
it.
near. She probably went through Bermuda Triangle. See, the thing with that area, and people always talk about this, is the fact that area specifically, but this is anywhere in the ocean too.
Well, it says here in Nikamario, I don't know, someplace by Honolulu, they found, it's Howland I dot whatever. They said that it says they found her plane, like there was a photograph taken on October 1937 of her plane, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of near Honolulu, but kind of far from it too.
It's just weird, you know, because the idea of that happening is so mind-boggling. Because how does a plane land from Hawaii, Honolulu, to Bermuda and then somewhere else, right? It's crazy. But I can see why her plane fell off, because over there, especially near that ocean, there's like a really strong magnetic force field. Yeah,
yeah.
Magnetic field. I can't
Yeah, the
pronounce
magnetic
word
field
right now.
around there is opposite from what we normally have
It's just
everywhere
it's
else,
insane.
which is why boats lose signal. That's why airplanes stop working. They just crash into the water. The magnetic field around the Bermuda, that's why it's an actual triangle. But anyways, the magnetic field there is a lot, it's really harsh on David, are you okay? Here.
Yeah. Yeah.
David, you're alive.
Oh man. Because I have to leave. I have to leave pretty soon. Anyways, the idea of it is just so mind-boggling, because how does a plane land from this area to the other side of the world without her in it? Maybe because like
She's probably abducted by aliens.
who knows, man?
No, I'm joking. I was joking. No. Her body obviously decomposed far. Dude, that was 50 years ago that her plane went missing.
She's
So
probably fish food now.
yeah,
She was probably
exactly.
fish food.
Exactly. She was probably fish food the moment she died. You know?
Unfortunate though. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. But her plane was found past the Bermuda Triangle. You were saying last time that isn't it over here?
Yeah, I got confused. So it says here, the completed route. This is the planned route, but she somehow ended somewhere over here. That's when her plane like just
Wait,
fucked up.
where did it land at?
Apparently it landed over here.
I got all there.
Because I know the photo was taken here in
Possible wreckage. Oh, so it was somewhere around here where they discovered her wreckage.
Howland,
In-
Mokario.
That's probably in Japan or something.
It looks like it's a Japanese. Made.
But I could be wrong. It's probably its own like island or something. Okay. Hold on.
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that flight, bro?
Does she have big titties?
Sergio. Well, here's a picture of her. She was
She was moderate.
moderate Nat type.
Wasn't she a hero though?
She right here. Yeah, she was supposed to be the first ever woman pilot. But when she set off on this journey, she got lost in the Bermuda Triangle. That was the big deal about it, because
Yeah,
she was the
it is.
first ever female pilot.
And I think that alone is so impressive, because like not only
This was in the 30s.
that was impressive because planes were still being developed. You know,
But even more impressive is this is in the 30s. The women had no rights at all.
But she was one of the first people to fly a plane. That's even more impressive, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And she actually flew around. This is very off the rails and everything, but you know what's mind-boggling too is that planes were made very recently, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, not too
It's
far
not
in
that far.
history. I think the first one was
Probably like 1920 something. No, the first plane,
1910.
the first flying object was probably around the 1900s or late 1800s, like.
Yeah, late 1800s.
1890s.
Here, let's get the facts out real quick.
But the idea of that is so insane, because we went from wooden planes, wooden
People flying with wooden wings made out of like wooden bed sheets.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then we went through like actual like mechanicalized airplanes. It's insane how technology works over time and everything. But you know, technology, and this is another topic I want to discuss. Not also that is that what's crazy is that technology is evolving in a good and bad way, right? Technology
Oh yeah, man.
can be helpful, you know, let's say
In many ways.
in many ways.
Many ways.
Like for one, let's say you can 3D print a prosthetic leg. I'm serious. You can do that. No, you can actually do that. You can, like, doctors are actually doing that. Like
Yeah,
with
they are.
amputees,
No, I
they
know.
can
I know. Yeah, yeah.
3D print and reconstruct an arm or a leg.
Yeah, out of plastic too, which is even better.
And it's insane because we went from
We can reuse all the plastic we're throwing away.
we used like the wooden prosthetic legs, prosthetic legs.
wig.
The prosthetic wigs.
went from-
We have one prosthetic wig on the white side for her, and then we have to attach a prosthetic wig for her. No, but
But the idea.
well, no, because I actually I saw this article a while ago. I didn't really read it, and I don't even know what doctor or anything. I don't know any information about it other than there's an old guy, right? And he had a heart attack or a stroke or one of the two. I think it was a stroke, but he was wearing an Apple Watch. And the only reason why he couldn't feel his stroke. Like to him, he was just sitting in his couch still, you know? But he looked at his Apple Watch and it was like, whoa, dude, your heart rate is off the chart, man. Like,
Yeah.
like you should actually seek medical attention for your heart rate. Like his Apple Watch was telling him that. And, oh, it was on the radio. Anyways, and, so he goes and he's like, hey, let me call this ambulance up real quick because apparently I'm like having a heart attack. And then the ambulance went and they were like, dude, you're having a stroke. And he was like, are you serious? I didn't even feel that. But his Apple Watch was telling him that his heartbeat was really high up.
Yeah.
So it saved his life. But on the other hand of technology, it's making us like literally dumber.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I see what's
There's
the good
so
of
many
it.
negatives of technology. I think negatives outweigh the positives when it comes to technology.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a huge 50-50, but at the same time that's way worse
I think
because
it's like a 55, maybe even 60.
probably like a 50-53. So it's slightly worse.
What? That's 103%, bro.
That's what I mean. It doesn't have to equal 100.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right with that too, yeah.
Actually, no, 50-60. So 50% good, 60% bad. Because think about it. All right, so you know how like everything is gonna be just cashless society.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's gonna be using card. And this is
Yeah.
what I was listening
and people
to.
were making fun of cryptocurrency back in the day, and now it went back up in price.
Because like in banks, right? They screw you over. I don't know if this is true or not. Apparently, there's gonna be a recession happening pretty soon.
Well, the market
it's fucking up.
the real estate market already is crashing. Like a lot of houses are cheap right now.
Shit, so you can probably buy a
Buy a
house for
house.
$1,000.
No, no.
Woo! Oh, imagine that though.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but like the idea of it, like of a cashless society, it's scary because, all right, so they're gonna know where you're going at all times. You're making a trail, like a breadcrumb of what the places you go to. So if someone tries to glow into your bank account,
Breadcrumb trail.
like you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So the idea of that happening is scary because think about it. If someone goes to your account, they're gonna know exactly where you go, the places you like shopping to, the places you like to eat, and then, you know, and people say, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, why should you be worried about the government spying on you like that?
Oh yeah, exactly.
But see, think
that's not
about
the
it.
point, though.
That's like invading your privacy
yeah,
because
that's not the point. It's like obviously, yeah. If you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to hide. You know.
But I think that kind of mentality is stupid because, like, let's say, all right, if you say, oh, you're gonna follow and kiss their ass and like, you know, get your brain drilled by the government just to fuck you over, you're gonna say, oh, I mean, I haven't done anything wrong, so I should follow through. You fucking dummy, like you fucking dummy.
Your only words to him or to that person.
Because like think about it, if you're doing that and you're following through with something, you got to think about like the consequences of happening. You know, it's scary.
Well, going back to our original topic.
We kind of get off the rails sometimes, but
So I have this little piece of information here. It's off the History Channel website, but I mean it was published in 2009, so it's probably had a bit of revision done.
History?
History Channel. Yeah. But it says near Kitty Hawk, wherever that may be, in North Carolina, Oliver and Wilbur, the Wright brothers, obviously.
Orville.
We should have remembered that. Orville.
yeah.
Orville and Wilbur, my bad guys. They made the first successful flight in history with one self-propelled, and it was gasoline powered. The propeller was biplane, which was it only had two little thingies on it, two little whatever they're called, propellers. Duh. Anyways, and it stayed in the air for 12 seconds for 100 and covered 120 feet.
All right, this is my last one.
It doesn't have a date though.
This is probably around 1890s. I could be wrong. I think I'm good.
Here's a question. What would you do if you were born in the 1890s?
Dude, that would suck, but at the same time, it's kind of interesting because our things that we call fun is
Way
very
different than what we did back then. Yeah.
Because probably to them, this is probably a stereotype. They probably played with pigs and, you know, had sex with sheep and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But
They had no internet back then. You could get away with it.
But the idea is that, and if they travel through our time, they're gonna be like, whoa.
Oh, they're gonna think the same thing.
They're gonna be like, whoa. What are these things that are going past us? They're gonna be
They're
questioning.
flying past us.
They're
yeah.
gonna be like questioning everything. Like,
No, yeah, and I think that comes with a lot of people are naive just by human nature. So people, since we were born in this age and we are used to, like it was since we grew up, we saw cars driving down the street. You know,
Yeah.
it's a normal thing for us. So we're growing up the whole entire time thinking this is completely normal and this is the way life has always been because that's how our life has always been. You know, so that's
Yeah.
what we're thinking about. But these people that have never seen something like this, if they were to fast forward and jump into our timeline, they would be like, dude, what in the world is that? That's not normal.
yeah, they would be scared.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine going back in time. Like we know people rode around on horses and stuff. But the thing is, imagine seeing that in person. Everybody just running around in horses.
Check this out too. Imagine if we introduced them to the music we listened to in our time. They
Compared
would be
to the
like,
music back then.
I always
Oh,
think
yeah.
about that. Like
they're gonna be, what the fuck is this?
they wouldn't even know what rap is.
Dude, they wouldn't even know what.
They wouldn't know half of everything.
Yeah, dude.
Like, they're gonna probably hear.
They won't even know a fraction, dude. It wasn't until like the 1900s that music started becoming pop music, like we have now. Anything we heard back then was strictly
Folk.
spiritual slash tribal slash
It was like folk.
countries type. Yeah, like folk
Yeah.
and
It was
bluegrass.
unpopular. It was just around.
And you know what's crazy is that imagine if he showed them like a Nirvana track, with the lights out, this is dangerous. And they're like, whoa, why is this guy so angry? They're gonna be asking him, or like let's say, or if they show him like a Nickelback song, they're gonna be like, this is horrible. And we're gonna say, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Anyways, you know, aside from that, you know, we also do some music. Oh, dude, that's actually kind of cool. That's an obnoxious sounding engine, but
That
that's sick.
quad had
Like lights.
had lights on the bottom of its like body.
Oh, I'm good. That's good though. That was pretty mighty amazing. You know, it had a good blend of, you know, sweetness and earthy scents. You know, it's incredible.
Yeah, here's some good rap.
Yeah, man. This like, well,
If I could tune this fucker.
but you know what's even crazier is that not only that. Dude, it's crazy that like, you know, one of the things that always wanders my mind sometimes is like, you know how we have some like age limit of everything. Well, in some cases, like you have to like you have a requirement at a certain age. So
Yeah.
by the age,
Like milestones. Yeah.
yeah, by the age of 25, you should have a six-figure job or maybe like.
No, yeah, milestones. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's crazy.
We have
There-
so much
dude,
pressure on us.
That's crazy because like a lot of us try to figure out our future so quick with school and all that. But if you think about it, school and all that's pretty new.
Yeah.
We never had it for
No,
a while.
but also taking that same idea you just brought up, I've thought about this so many times. I was like, you know what's crazy? Because of our school system nowadays, we think that so imagine how I think it's only 11% of the people that are in school are. Well, it's only 11% of the world that are in school. Out of all the people in the world, there's only 11% of people that are in college. Sorry,
That's
college
crazy.
or higher.
And around the world.
Higher
Around the world.
education.
Yeah. So okay. So think about this. We're like the very, 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 very beginning of what it means to be in the education system.
Yeah, but
You know,
don't we
because
have like
we didn't start recording any data until the 1800s. Back then they had schools, but they weren't like what we have now. Like imagine what we have to do now.
Yeah, back then all you needed is just like basic education, and then you had like your assigned job
Yeah.
during those
that's
times.
because there weren't 7 billion
I think
people
you're
back then.
But nowadays it's even crazier because like, especially in this day and age, with especially in the United States specifically, like people are like, are so heavy on going to college and everything. And while college is good in some aspects, at the same time, is that Hey Joe?
Yeah.
That's sick.
What were you gonna say? College?
Oh yeah. What I was saying was like,
Oh wait.
college is so flawed in many ways because of the fact that like,
It's new.
yeah.
Very new.
And what's
It's-
crazy
yeah.
is people have that mindset saying that just because you go to college, you're automatically going to be successful in life. At the same time, it's not always the case.
Don't you think you could go to college and be unsuccessful?
Yeah, you can be unsuccessful by going to college. See,
No, that happens all the time.
I see some snobby people, like especially on dating apps and in person too. Like they're like, "Oh, I'm better than all of you guys because I
Here's
have
the-
2 degrees and shit." I'm like, "Why are you gotta be here better?"
Here's the thing about college too is
Oh yeah.
What about it? What about it, search?
Here you go.
But fuck, what was I gonna say?
You said-
people use it more for jobs than education, because all it is just a higher education.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Well, look. Listen to this though, because this is something I've been thinking about. I meant to say this earlier. I don't know. I couldn't get it out.
Forgot.
Yeah. But so
I'm good.
basically, because of the
Wait,
fact
actually,
that we only started recording data down in the 1800s and barely started doing the whole like school thing. Imagine being the same person you are, but back when you didn't have to go to school. Back when it was just like you gotta fight to live and you gotta kill to survive, you know?
So pretty much from
Like
the beginning of time to like the early 1900s.
Here's the
1800s,
cool part.
1800s.
When we were living at that time, we still had time to make art and all this stuff. So it was
Yeah.
like hunting, sex, hanging out with your people, and then just making
No,
art.
okay, yeah. So imagine,
all it
okay, but
was.
imagine doing that, but being the same. Like this is
Yeah.
the same mind that person had that in that same
We're all
decade.
forgers.
Yeah.
All of us.
No, but this is the mind we have right now. This is the same mind they were put into.
Because they forced themselves to do it.
No, bro. Like
They had to
the
do it.
same. Like you know how your body functions the way it does right now.
Yeah.
That's how they were that long ago. But
Yeah, it's
in-
just
but-
a different time. that's
But
all
in
it
that
was.
Oh.
situation, yeah. So imagine being a person in that era.
They're saying if you go back to like 60,000 years ago, then
It's
you
still
would,
people like
yeah,
us.
you'll find like similar people. Like they literally look at us,
Yeah.
and that's when they're like, yeah, that was the caveman era.
Yeah. Man. It's kind of funny though, man. But like, I do think art is important. It's one of the most important things. Same with music. Because without music, we just be robots. Or art in general as a whole.
No, without anything, we'd be robots. We need love. We need
Of course.
support. We need
Yeah, all the
But of course, but art is like one of the most important to me because like that's like a way of expression. So like let's say, all right, let's say
You're yelling, bro.
so let's
I
say,
just heard your echo twice.
all right, let's say you make a painting and you have like your own definition of what that painting means, right? But the other people that are watching your painting or looking at your painting when it's finished, they have a different like interpretation. So art is one of the most important things because you have an interpretation about a lot of things and you're able to think creatively with certain things. I don't know how well that makes any sense to you guys.
Well, the thing is,
What
it's
is it?
because our creative people, whether it's artistic or not, whether it's artistic or not, you get it's not like you're smarter. You're just not.
Oh, of
You're
course
more like,
not.
You're more conscious. I don't know how to say it. Like you're just more like awake,
Awake, yeah,
Aware?
aware.
Aware.
Yeah, you're more aware.
yeah. It doesn't mean you're smarter than
Yeah, it
anybody.
doesn't mean you're smarter. You're just more aware.
I remember at
That's a better word. There you go.
I remember
'Cause I didn't try to.
I remember on I think it was like one of the dating apps. There's one girl said I'm crazy, educated, and whatever, carefree. And I told her, I'm gonna be honest, just because you say you're educated, it doesn't mean you're smart. I mean, it kind of sounded rude, but I just had to be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like the funniest thing because like all she said was oh. But I don't know.
I can't remember that rev, man. It was so good.
Which one?
I don't know. It happened like 10 minutes ago.
I mean, I'll show you later.
That's a good idea.
But
I was just, I also thought it would be funny if we just upload them straight to YouTube without editing. So we don't even know what we
What
say.
if, like, say something bad?
No, that's what I'm saying. So we don't know what we say.
Or throw,
damn, we might get canceled then in 20 years. You know what I mean? That's gonna suck.
Hey, do you know how to do the intro? Really?
I just like, tune this fucking piece of shit.
Dude, maybe your ear is probably way better than mine because every time you say you need a tuner guitar, it sounds okay to me, bro. It sounds like you go to all of them, and I'm like, wow, I don't hear a single wave.
It just pisses me off how, like, Paul McCartney got it 1 year.
What, guitar?
Just tuning a guitar. Like,
I think I did too.
What do you mean?
Because I started playing guitar in 9th grade, and by 10th grade, I was like super good.
Yeah?
I was so good back then, and when I was in high school, I don't even know how. That's like all I did.
See, the thing is with instruments, technically
I
voice.
would play Metallica riffs, bro. Man, that's crazy.
See, the thing with like learning an instrument isn't that hard per se. It's just that,
It's building the technique.
yeah, building technique is what is important.
Yeah, that's why people give up.
I remember a quote by Bruce Lee, and this actually means a lot because like I remember I have a hard time whispering, but like,
I'm sorry.
but I don't know if you heard this quote. This guy, Bruce Lee, said he fears a man who practiced one kick 1,000 times, and he's not, but compared to a man that practiced 1,000 kicks one time. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah,
let me rephrase
No.
that because I screwed it up. So it says he said, I fear a man that practiced one kick 1,000 times rather than a person that practiced one kick 1,000 kicks one time.
Yeah.
Because like that in a way also applies to music because if you practice a song once or a technique once, that doesn't mean anything. Because you're just gonna forget it later.
No, but you want to know why that quote makes sense though?
Why?
Because if you practice 1,000 kicks, if you practice one kick 1,000 times,
You're a pro. You're good.
it's practicing over the movement over and over and over again. But
Yeah.
If you kick 1,000 kicks into one time, it's like he's saying it's better
I
to
know
be
what
it's
you
better to
mean,
build
though.
endurance over power. Like the 1,000 kicks into one kick would be a really strong kick.
it's like,
You know?
the way I think of it, another way of saying it, how do I say it? I don't think it's another way, it's just a different way. But I know what you mean. It's like, how are you gonna learn all these moves if you spend a minute on it versus a fucking countless hours?
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna
Like
learn all
when
those
when
stuff
guitarists go like
if you just play 1 minute?
they go.
Because like yeah, if you practice like one technique of like each technique once, that's cool. But are you gonna remember any of them, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do a lot too. I try to learn skills and I try to like remember to practice my exercises, but I can't.
It's crazy because there's like so many scales and so many chords in every instrument. You know what's even crazier?
It's all sound.
Yeah, it's all sound, yeah. But what's crazier,
Anything.
Even like a knock on the table is sound.
Yeah, I don't know. You can just do a lot with sound.
Hey, I might have to head out like pretty soon.
They're always watching.
So this song is about. So this song is about how they're trying to listen in. Man, I honestly think, man, that was kind of cool.
Really? Dude, I just came up with it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
man.
Inspired by our CIA chat.
Yeah.
Dude, it's only been 30 minutes?
Sheesh.
Whoa.
Dude, that's crazy. This
Anyways,
is
guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell for more Ranchcast.
or whatever it is you guys call it these days.
Yeah, yeah. You youngins, hit that, smash that like button.
Have a good night.
All right.
Or morning.
good morning.
Yeah.
And also-
wherever you are at.
Before we go, make sure you guys have a good 520 and 320, and investigate 311.
Yeah. Yeah. Investigate it, man.
All right. Have a good night and morning and afternoon and whatever holiday it is over there. Later.